Good day, dear teachers! For today's video, i-discuss po natin ang DepEd Memorandum Number 17, Series 2025. Ito ay ang Interim Guidelines for the Department of Education Performance Management and Evaluation System for Teachers in the School Year 2024-2025. Ito ay inilabas noong February 7. Before we start, please like and share and subscribe my YouTube channel, Teacher V. Matatandaan na naglabas ng Executive Order No. 61 last year, June 23, 2024, na kung saan ay sinuspend ang implementation ng Results-Based Performance Management System sa lahat ng departments and agencies within the executive branch of government. Kaya hindi nagkaroon ng classroom observation simula noong first quarter hanggang third quarter this school year 2024-2025. At ito lang ding February 7 ay inilabas nga itong interim guidelines kung saan ay tinanggal na ang suspension ng implementation of performance management system for teachers. Ibig sabihin, magkakaroon ulit ng classroom observation sa lahat ng pampublikong guro sa elementary and secondary schools. This memorandum should be guide the ratees, raters, and approving authorities in evaluating teachers' performance. At ayon nga sa memorandum na ito ay magsisimulang i-implement ngayong fourth quarter ng school year 2024-2025. Nakapaloob sa memo na ito ang timeline ng PMES for teachers na kailangan nating sundin. Ang timeline na ito ay may 4 na phase. Ang phase 1 ay performance planning and commitment kung saan i-discuss ang target objectives ng teachers sa kanilang IPCRF at ito ay magsisimula ngayong fourth quarter. Ang phase 2 naman ay performance monitoring and coaching. So anytime this fourth quarter ay pwede na magpa-observe ang teachers at magkakaroon din ng coaching and mentoring sessions. For phase 3, dito nagagawin ang performance assessment of teachers with final rating in the IPCRF. Ito ay naka-schedule after the last day of classes. On phase 4 naman, ito ang performance rewarding and development planning. So after the last day of classes, ipa-finalize na ang individual development plans. Mayroong dalawang option ang teacher sa pagpapa-observe. Maaari siyang magpa-observe ng isa o dalawang beses. Kung sa tingin ng teacher ay hindi kakayanin na maipakita ang lahat ng classroom observation indicators, pwede niyang piliin itong option A, kung saan dalawang beses siya magpapa-observe. Sa unang observation, ang kanyang dapat na maipakita ay ang objective number 1, number 3, 4, objective number 6, at objective number 8. And then sa pangalawang classroom observation naman, ang ipapakita ng teacher ay ang objective number 1, number 4, number 5, number 7, at objective number 9. Kung gusto ni teacher na isang beses lang siya magpapa-observe, dapat lahat ng indicator sa COT ay maipakita niya within allotted time. So, pwede niyang piliin yung option B. That's all for today, dear teachers. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe my YouTube channel, Teacher V.